Hey, this is Stacia, and we're gonna do a little tactics session, little calculation training. So, what we're gonna do is same as last time. Basically 10 easy problems, easy in quotes. They don't seem that easy sometimes. Woodpecker. These are from the Woodpecker Method, and all right, so let's find it first of all. Um, wow, where is it? So there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, here it is. The Woodpecker Method. So I love this book, and I think I did some of these tactics like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So hopefully they seem familiar and I know the themes, but we'll find out. So, okay. So I think last time I did 11 through 20, so we're going to do 21 through 30. Okay, let's go. And I made this little tracker over here so we can see how many we get right. So, oh, I see the answer. That's a bummer. Okay, let's, oh, I have to choose overstudy. I guess I've studied this. Okay, well, whatever. We're just going to do these 10. If I see a repeat that I've seen recently, that's actually okay by me. Yeah, like I think I did see this one. So, white to move. I'm immediately drawn to knight takes g5. I played this when I play the King's Gambit. I make this move all the time, but let's calculate some. So, knight takes g5, pawn takes g5, queen h5, check. In that position, king e7 is forced, and then probably queen takes g5 check. And there, we're skewering, so we are going to win that queen unless the king comes back. Oh, the other move is maybe knight f6. So against knight f6, I think we have e5 attacking the pinned piece. That's going to be good enough. And if we go, and after this move, what do we do here? Let's see. Yeah, what do we do there? After that move, I don't want to take the queen because the king's guarding it. I actually think maybe we just go queen h5 check again. They would have to come back. Now we've won that pawn, so that seems useful. And then I'm wondering about bishop c4. Yeah, probably bishop c4. I guess if they block, if they block, I would go queen takes again. Maybe I would take first. No, don't think we can do that. g4 blocks. Check. Yeah, what I want to do is maybe take that with the bishop so that I'm threatening mate. Okay, let's go through that line again because I don't fully see the end, although I'm sure it's winning. So knight takes, pawn takes, queen h5 check, king e7, queen takes g5 check, king e8 is the move I'm wondering about. Doesn't look like a good move or anything, but it saves the queen. So queen h5 check, king back to e7, and then I was thinking bishop c4, and we're threatening mate, so d5. So I guess I'll take. And the bishop's protected by a pawn and the queen there. Yeah, this has to be just winning. I'm going to stop there because I know that must be right. So takes, yeah, queen h5. Okay, I think we take here. This is what I thought. Okay, and that says if here, queen h5 check. This is what I said. And it said this is imprecise. Oh, I should have looked at this actually. I kind of like it. But I guess after queen e7 taking the rook, they can take here with check. Okay, but I found a different way, which I think is totally fine. Queen e7. Oh, then queen e5. Wow. I didn't see that. So, but the computer says I was winning. This is my problem, right? This is why I'm always in time trouble. Because I always want to, like, be thorough. And so, like, for example, let's just have a look here. After, oh, I'm going to have to use the engine. Can you guys see this? Yeah. So after king e7, I did want to take here. And I thought after this, I was going to go here again. Here. And bishop c4 was what I was going to play. So is this winning or not? Because if it's not as winning, but it's still winning. Queen e8, which I didn't really consider, but I have to admit, I would definitely go queen e5 there. You know. Yeah, I guess I'm allowing some stuff that I probably shouldn't allow, right? Because after this, if we grab the rook, there is check, but no worries, it's not a fork. We can go here, and this isn't quite as good. Oh yeah, they even take here. That's some counterplay. So wow, I don't want to give myself full credit, but it stopped after queen takes g5, so I'm going to go with that. So 1 out of 1. Okay, let's go to the next one. I have to admit, in a game, I probably would have seen queen e5 check and just took the rook after king e7. Okay, next one. Hartlub against Lasker. Wow. Okay, well, I definitely like the idea of sacking on e5. And if they take, there's queen h5 check. And if g6, we're going to win the rook again here, right? Like queen e5 check. And this time, our king's even castled, so there's no way to save the rook there. That's just free material. So the only thing I'd be concerned about is what if they don't take the knight and they do something else. I vaguely recall that I think this move actually happens in the puzzle. So if they do that, we can check anyway. g6, let's say. I definitely want to take. And if they take here, we could take the rook. They take our bishop. So we're winning. How much are we winning there? This is something I need to get better at, is counting up material. Because in that line, we're taking a pawn, right? They take a bishop. We play check, they block. We take another pawn. They take back. We take another. We could take another pawn, but that's 2 pawns already. So 2 pawns and a rook we can get for 2 pieces. That is a material plus. Also, their king's not safe at all. So I like that. I mean, probably I would play this in a game and then decide if I want to take the rook or go queen g6 check later. feel like both are probably good. So let's do this. Take d5. Okay, let's check. So never play f6. See, like that's why. Yeah, and this is really familiar. So we do this, and now I feel like we have two very pleasant options. So there really is only one choice here. Okay. Can I take that rook? Ooh, well, wait a minute. If we take the rook, and they take the bishop, I think there might be bishop h6 attacking the pinned bishop. Queen e7 guarding it. I mean, we're up material and it, oh, and then maybe, yeah, maybe rook e1. Yeah, this has to be winning. How could this not be winning? Yay, it was right. Or rook e1 check first. If rook e1 check first, I guess there. And then, well, we better take the rook in that case. Right? Yeah. Looks scary, but I guess that works because that king is just ridiculous, right? So, all right, anyway, let's go to the next one. That's 2 out of 2. Okay, and I think, you know, one of the main ideas of doing this is we just want to get these patterns, like, we want to calculate some, but I want these patterns to just be fresh in my mind for games as well. So let's do 23. Okay. Of course, I have to go to the bathroom now. Okay, so, oh, I kind of remember this one. So I'm seeing that this pawn is actually pinned. So if that pawn's pinned, and we have 2 attackers on that, and there's actually only 1 defender, that's got to be good, right? So rook takes, rook takes. We're going to sacrifice our queen, and then when they take back, we get to take here with check. And is that mate? Because if it is mate, it's almost mate. They're going to block with their queen. But I guess we just want material, right? So even if they block like this, we could take, king takes. And at the end of all that, we have a bishop and they do not. So I like that. Also, we have these 2 pawns, which are going to win. Yeah, those might even win on their own. We might not even need the bishop. So let's see if I'm right. Takes. Takes. Oh, it stops there. White has 1 apiece and black cannot recapture. I want to see the rest of the line. I can't help it, you guys. I can't abandon it from there. I got to learn to do that, though, sometimes, I think. But not today. So I thought, let's just make sure that I saw this. Okay, I was going to take. I don't know why this is so laggy. It's really disappointing. But yeah, I thought, you know, queen here because at least the queen's protected there. And I would just take it. And then after queen takes, yeah, I feel like this is probably winning even without the bishop because of this. And then I would just bring my king up, win d5. Put my pawns on a4, b4, creating a wall. Okay, anyway, I digress. That's 3 out of 3. Okay, so far so good. I am wondering if I'll be stumped by any of these, which I might be. Oops. Do you guys see that? 3 out of 3? You do. All right, let's go to this one. This one looks familiar too, even though it says solve. Okay, what's going on here? We're attacking the rook. I would like to get that queen out of here. Because if we... Yeah, I think I see it. Let's see. Does that work? Yeah, I really like knight a4, interference. I think I did this with a student one time. And even though my student was 7 years old, she solved it. So I shouldn't feel too good. This has got to be right because they cannot take with the queen. Or I take with a pawn. And otherwise the rook's hanging. I didn't see this move, so now I do feel a little bit bad. But they didn't take the knight, and I think queen b2 and the rook's just trapped, right? But not true because they'll go here. Wow. Wow, so maybe the point is that we just take on c5. That attacks the queen. And the queen will have to move. And we win a pawn. And I don't see any reason not to do this. Oh, it says alternative. Wow. So there is something here. Well, I'm seeing that maybe after queen b2, you know, if they take the knight, I'll take the rook. If they play b4, protecting that rook, I will take on c5. That attacks the queen. And then I feel like I'm going to win e5 or possibly e6. So let's play this. Yeah, because if I... Yeah, c3 does not work. This is my guess. Okay, this is what I thought. Now, yeah, c3 doesn't really do anything. They don't have to take it, and the b pawn is protected, so I would do this. But they might go rook a2. But if they go rook a2, I'll take their queen. They take my queen. I'm winning. Wow, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's really unfortunate. Wow, it might just be this, which I didn't even think about. It is. So I got this one wrong. Wow. So what was wrong with my move? I do want to look at that for sure. Okay, I'll just go to the engine right now. Maybe I should do these videos in sections of 5 puzzles, since, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Because I probably will do a session of 10, but I can split it into 2 videos, which might be nice. Okay, well, we knew this was right, because if they take this, we take the rook, right? And if they do this, we win the exchange there, and if they take with the queen, we take with a pawn. So that part I knew, but I didn't see this move, which is pretty interesting. Now I actually wanted to take here, which wins a pawn. So computer says queen c6 and black's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 pawns. They have 6 pawns. So you can't blame me for thinking this is good, but I guess after this, it's only a little bit better for white, so we have better. So it was in this moment that I went queen b2, check the rook, this move, And then I took here. But the engine seems to like queen takes e5. Wow, I don't know about this. I hate to even give myself a negative mark on this. Because after this move, we went another pawn. Maybe that's the point. Yeah, I was forking the 2 pawns. Okay. I guess that's fair. And they can't take the rook removing, or they can't take the knight removing the defender because we play this first. And we trade queens. And then we take the rook, and then we have a passed pawn. So, okay, whatever. Here's what it said. The rook is trapped, the c pawn is threatened. Rook a3, queen v2. Lasker played knight takes e5. But the text is better, b4. And this. Black loses a second pawn. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So I guess I do have to try to find the best continuations. Got to be a little more careful because I did not solve that one fully. So let's go to the next one, which is probably this one, right? 25. Okay, black to play. So let's start by looking at the position a little bit. White has this passed pawn that they probably want to push. I think I see it. Maybe, though. I am seeing that we could try to grab this pawn because if they take our rook, we go here. That's a check. They will need to then move their king. I think this works because king g1 is forced, and then we take the rook with check. So we won their pawn, and we win that with check. And there's no time for queen e7 check, trying to get some sort of perpetual or win b7. Although I do want to make sure in that position that we can stop these moves. Check there. Well, we're going to have so many checks against the king. Yeah, I think it's fine. Are there any better moves? I don't know. I just like this, though. Yay, take a check. Queen d7. It says it's probably a draw, but that does not change the verdict during a game between humans. Okay. Whatever. So we got that one. Ignore my phone because it's probably, I was supposed to go to Parma tonight, but with the COVID numbers so high, and knowing that I'll be visiting my mom this weekend, I decided to play it safe and just do some tactics and probably a training game and whatever else. Okay, so we're halfway through. Let's go ahead and try to get through these next 5. It's giving us a hint. I wish I wouldn't have looked at that. Okay, so apparently there's a double threat. Wait to move. So our knight is pinned. So unless I have a mate, I don't want to lose the queen. So like knight takes knight, for example. There's queen takes queen. And f8 is guarded pretty heavily. Yeah, I don't think that's what we want to do here. Rook f6. Looks interesting. So rook f6, we're threatening the queen and the knight, which I like. But they could take. So what happens there? Well, I guess we do this again. It's a reloader. And again, we're attacking the queen and the knight. So if they take that, we take the queen. Yeah. I think that works. I do think that works. It's a rook fork. It says queen h5, bishop d1. Not necessary, but a luxury white can afford. Knight takes e6 and rook takes e6 are also winning. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, it also says, which I didn't notice, which is sad, it says black is an exchange up, but since he has no chance against all the pawns and the invasion on the king side, he resigned now. Wow, I should have probably noticed that he's an exchange up. That's not good. But I got it right. So we'll go with that. Next one. Okay, 27. Another Capablanca game. Okay, this one I know. Pretty sure it's queen takes h5. That just wins a piece because we have a very nice fork. Yeah. Now that is a basic one. But you never know what these are going to be. I think that's kind of what makes them fun. All right, now let's go to 28. Oh, gotta mark this up. Only one wrong, but I feel like I had a couple inaccuracies in there too. All right, black to play. There's a bishop hanging, but if we take the bishop, we're still down a pawn. And white will do whatever they want. So clearly we have something different. Well, sacking on g2 might be interesting. Let's just think about that for a second. Rook takes g2. Check. If king h1, queen h2 mate, so they have to take. And then we have another rook. So let's reload with rook g8 check. And that looks pretty rough, right? There's no great way to block. If the bishop blocks, we take it. If the queen blocks, we take it. So they're going to have to move to the h file, but then queen h2 mate. So this must be right. Oh, I forgot about that move, but still, queen takes h6. Then queen h5. Mate. All right. I'll mark that as a win. Let's go to 29. 2 more to go. I don't know why this is so laggy. I probably have to fix my OBS. I think that's what's doing it. Okay, wait to move. What a crazy position. So we have to look at our checks for sure, right? Like queen takes g8 check, and maybe even queen g7, who knows? Maybe that's a move too. Knight g7 doesn't, it's not all that forcing, so I'm not sure about that one. Okay, if we take king takes, and we go check. King h8. And I'm not sure if we're breaking through there. It seems like the king would just be blockading. So let's try this crazy looking move, right? Because we have 3 guys on this square. We have the knight, the pawn, and the queen. And this pawn, when it moves out of the way, is going to reveal the rook. So that might play a role. So if we just jump in there and we check, let's, you know, that would be mate. So they have to take. And then we could take with a pawn, right? And pawn takes check, so they cannot take with a bishop. And then we just go mate. I think that's just mate. So I like this move. This queen sack might work. But we also have to look at, that was rook takes. Let's look at bishop takes. If the bishop takes, then we go check. It's double check. So that's mate then, right? That's double check. That was double check before too, wasn't it? Let me just see for a second. Oops. Queen g7, rook g7, and g7 check. Yeah, it's double check, but there is king g8, rook h8 is mate. Okay, I like this one. This is cool. How often? I would love to play this in a game. Could you imagine this? I would just be like thrilled with my queen sacrifice. So it looks like this is right. Yay, that was a cool one. I like that one. Okay, so that's 8 out of 9. Hey, if we get, I mean, the one I missed was like kind of nuanced, but I'm just being rigid about how I'm scoring it, but okay, because I could win an extra pawn. You don't expect it to be like about winning a pawn, but sometimes these are, so you have to be really careful. And sometimes they're about just getting a better position. And then sometimes it's a simple knight fork. You just never know what you're going to get in these. Okay, last one. Let's do this. Oh, wow. Well, there's a huge discovered check. We have to look at that first. Knight f6. I mean, knight f6 check. Doesn't that just win? It's a fork, so if they don't do anything, if they just move, I take the queen. That's got to be really good. And if they take, I take the queen. So this is easy. Yeah, very easy one. Take with check. Yay! So I guess that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little tactics session with me. And, well, maybe I'll be back with more. I don't know. But I'll definitely be back with more training games and more tournament games. So I will see you soon. Okay, bye.